Hello everybody, it is a beautiful Friday, October 21st. It has been a very busy morning for me since I've gotten up. We're trying to get my echo and EKG and MRI all scheduled for the same day before I have my port put in on Wednesday, and trying to get everything done on a Monday because Tuesday, every hour on the hour, I have something going on up at the hospital to prep me for my port, and it is a lot to get done before Wednesday. Finally home. So did a lot of running around today. I had to cancel a dentist appointment that I had for next week because I'm going to be in the hospital next week. So it's been very hectic. I've been on the phone pretty much all day trying to get everything set up for next week. Monday, y'all are going to be in for a treat, which y'all won't probably see Monday's video until Tuesday. So, Monday, I got all the stuff. I got my EKG and, so much to remember, hold on. It's, stress test, EKG, and, another MRI, I think. Don't take my word for it. Mine might be a little off. I'll be able to explain probably everything clearer when I have the schedule in front of me. So since I didn't get to take y'all guys hardly anywhere with me because I left the camera at home, stupid me. So I just kind of want to touch on a couple of things of what I've been doing to stay positive and try to keep everything organized, because I am seeing a total of 4 different doctors. There's nurses, therapists, all this crazy stuff going on. So yeah, it's been an interesting day today. So it's nice to sit down and relax with some hot green tea, which I'll go into more about that in the next video, because somebody told me today that green tea is something good to drink to help fight cancer cells. So I'm pretty much well prepared on that one. So what I want to talk about today is some of the helpful websites, which I will post in the comments below the links to this website that I went to. It has helped me make what they like to call a survival journal, and I've got it all right here. It is 46 pages, and I have only just started trying to read this, but it had some things that I've made copies of and put in my own personal survival book. Blah. Cannot talk today. It's been one of those kind of days. But it has like stuff for you to write down your doctors, keep up with your medicines and your food, the food that you're eating. There's a pain scale in here for you to write down your date. After the pain scale, there's another chart behind it that has the date, your body temperature, how you're feeling, what scale is your pain, and all this stuff. And then the rest of the pages is nothing but a whole lot of websites, cancer websites you can go to help you along the way. Each thing is for a different thing. They also have a section for parents who have children with cancer. And I said in the last video there were over 50 different types of sarcoma. And like I said, don't take my word for everything because I'm learning along with you guys. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. There's 18 different types of sarcoma that is listed right here. And if you go to the website that's in the description, the definitions is on page 6 and 7 of that, and the very last one listed in the definitions is my sarcoma. I have synovial sarcoma. It has everything from some of these names are hard for me to pronounce, so once I get familiar with the names, I will probably have a video dedicated to the different types of sarcoma and explain what each one is and a little more detail into mine. That is something I plan on doing later down the road, but not today. I got my book all messed up. What I'm going to do with this survival handbook is I'm going to get my hole puncher, punch holes in the side here, and stick it in a notebook and have it on hand. And I have hard copies to make more copies of my pages with. Of course, you guys remember this from one of my previous videos, the Book of Positivity, with the post-it notes with the little fun pocket. There's post-it notes and all my comments that I've been gathering up for everybody, from everyone. This is coming with me to the hospital. Another thing, I started doing this from day one and I've kind of slacked off on it. I need to update everything what's going on. Another thing that's been keeping my mind pretty clear on everything is I made a scrapbook out of a composition notebook, and it is my cancer journal, and I've just put everything that deals with my cancer, write down what I'm thinking, what is going on with me. I also, like prescriptions that I've stopped taking, like the medicine they gave me from my biopsy, I'm no longer taking. I took the labels off the prescription bottles and stuck them in here in the scrapbook, along with my medical bracelets. And of course, lots and lots of writing. This right here is a poem that my brother Adam wrote me. I think it was two or 3 days after the word got out about my diagnosis. So this was a lovely poem that he had written for me. I'll probably read it one day to you guys. But this is another thing. Pictures, stickers, anything. It's a wonderful thing to have, and I think it's something everybody can do. So I've also wrote quotes in here that are very inspirational. And for a little while there, I had like my x-rays and MRIs in here, but I had to take those out for something else. So, and that's what I'm getting to. This is my cancer survival book, and I took some of my artwork that I've been doing and put it in here as my dividers. And this first section here is all my doctor's appointments. One thing I have learned since the beginning of all this is they want to know almost every appointment that you have had. So even if you're still suspecting the lump and all that, write down all your doctor's appointments. I have the date and the time, the doctor I'm seeing, where it's at, and why I'm seeing them for that reason. And this has been a great lifesaver, especially for today when I can't remember everything. Monday I go for lab work, the MRI, and the echo, EKG, and the PET scan. So that is a very, very, very busy day for me next week. And as you can tell, I made a crap ton of copies of that because there's going to be more to come, especially with chemotherapy. The next section is the pharmacy log, and again, it is to keep up with my medications. I went as far back as my biopsy and wrote down what I was taking, how high the dosage was, how often I was taking it, why was I taking it, and the prescription number. You will need all that when you fill out medical papers. And that kind of messed me up the first couple of days because I did not know that. And it's always good to have this little section here. It's my contact info. I have my emergency numbers, all my doctors, all my nurses, their phone numbers, faxes, which hospital they're working at, which doctor office they're working at, and then some. It just has everything. As you can tell, I'm not finished writing everything out, but everything's labeled like your emergencies, your doctors, and your nurses. That's how each page is done. And you can find all of this in that in the link that I have in the description. Like I said, I took certain sections of that book and created my own. This one's my favorite section. This is my diet log, and I'm starting my diet log today. There are my 3 meals that I've had so far. I put a frowny face beside the ones that I kind of cheat on and not eat really healthy. I already got one frowny face because today was so hectic and I couldn't stay home or cook, and I forgot my healthy snacks here, so I had to stop at a fast food place and get food. So that's been my no-no today. But that's a lot of pages right here for my diet log, and from this day forth I am going to keep up with what I'm eating, and this will come down later on the road to help you out because the doctors want to know your diet plan and how you're eating and all this wonderful stuff. This last section is my x-rays and my MRIs. You can ask copies for your x-rays and MRIs. Not all doctors will give it to you if you don't ask, so I've been getting in the habit of asking. These were the very first x-rays before my MRI. These two gaps here are where my MRIs are supposed to go, but right now we're making copies of those to send to some people because they wanted to see them. So we're making copies of those. Another tip that I did for this section is I wrote the date that it was done. And you can tell the difference between x-rays and MRIs. And I put a couple of blank page protectors in here for further stuff. Another thing that I have done for this notebook in general is a baggie full of pens, markers, and highlighters to carry with me. So that's how I'm keeping everything organized right now, to keep things straight, because before I started doing this I was a nervous wreck. I was very, very stressed out, and I was depending on my mom to keep up with everything, and it's a lot to keep up with. It's been one of those crazy days. There's not too much to really talk about on days like today. Tomorrow I'm setting time aside to do another video to talk about the diet plan and what foods are healthy and okay for you to eat to help while you're doing chemo. What is okay to eat to help you fight the cancer cells. And some of the food you can eat, it fights off cancer cells even if you don't have cancer. That really didn't make sense, but it's preventive ways, pretty much. Like I said, crazy day, my brain's all over the place. So the next couple of days will consist of me getting ready for the hospital, which I've already got my clothes packed. Only things that I need to pack is my electronics, but I use my electronics every day. I'm bringing my laptop and my Game Boy Advance to play Pokemon. So it'll keep me sane. Of course, they got a TV in the room. Monday I have all those appointments, and then Tuesday I'm taking classes on financial aid, chemo education, and then I have 2 more tests done, and then they're going to admit me into the hospital, and I'm going to stay overnight, and then they're going to get me prepped Wednesday morning for the port that they're going to put in. And they're going to keep me a couple of days in the hospital to make sure the chemo is working. It doesn't have no major side effects with me or harm me in any way. So I'm a little bit nervous. I've never been in the hospital overnight, so this is going to be quite a new adventure for me. Lula, you give me kisses. I have been outside for the past 2 hours hanging out with my brother, and apparently Luna has missed me. Hi Luna, I'm going to put you down now. Now I'll set her down and give her a few minutes. She'll be right back up. See? Watch. Oh no, she's attacking me.